Make sure to check out our sponsor, Cell Phone Buyers Recyclers. They want to buy your cell phone old, broken, or you're just trying to get rid of it. You can contact them right at the number on the screen, text or call. Also, their social media and website is in the description if that's more convenient. If you share their social media accounts on social media, get a chance to win an iPhone. Go check them out. All right, it's been, 99, 2000, so it's been over 20 years since the NBA has seen an MVP center. The last MVP that played center was Shaquille O'Neal in 99, 2000. Now, he should have won in one of those years. Steve Nash won it, and then Kobe should have won it the other year, but that's here nor there. So who could be the next MVP center for the National Basketball Association? Now, we have a couple of problems we need to address here about the center position. Let's get into them. Check out our NBA Retro Hoops playlist. So we talked about old school NBA. So, I also put an NBA playlist as well. One of the issues is people defining what a center is. Some people say, Anthony Davis is a forward. Karl-Anthony Towns is a forward. What really messed up the center business was Tim Duncan. All right? Tim Duncan was supposed to be a center, but he was labeled a power forward because they tanked and already had David Robinson in San Antonio. So he got pegged as a power forward. But in actuality, he is a power forward, a center. Kevin Garnett was a power forward, all right? I think more of his lack of girth or strength and how fast and agile he was pretty much made him a forward. Really the power forward position are like usually guys that are like 6'9", 6'10", or undersized big men like Chuck, Karl Malone. Those are pretty much your prototype fours. Anthony Davis plays center in Kentucky. He's a center for the Los Angeles Lakers. He's a center. Karl-Anthony Towns is a center. People say we could shoot threes, and then power forwards ain't used to shoot threes. Sam Perkins was shooting threes. He was a center. Rick Smith had a mid-range game. So did Patrick Ewing. Alonzo Mourning. Those are your centers. So before we even get started, Anthony Davis is a center. Now you got a lot of guys that's playing the three that could be centers like Giannis and guys who just got the handles like that. But but my centers are Davis, Jokić, Joel Embiid, Karl-Anthony Towns. All those dudes are centers. You know what I'm saying? Those dudes are centers. If you were in that 7-foot area, you a center. Yao Ming, Dwight Howard. And I was kind of upset that Dwight Howard didn't get an MVP. I thought he could have been so much more playing off the 5, but they trying to eliminate the center position. You know what I'm saying? So you got a lot of young guys saying, Anthony Davis is a forward. No, he's a 5. He anchored the middle in Kentucky. He anchored in the middle now. You can put a center next to him and call him a 4, but he's still a center. You know what I'm saying? He's still a big-ass center. And that's just the reality of the situation. So if you don't want to call him a center, don't. But he's a center. He's not a power forward. Now, there has been some power forwards that won the MVP. Dirk Nowitzki, Kevin Garnett, Tim Duncan. And don't get it twisted. I think Tim Duncan is a center by trade. He just fell next to David Robinson, forever named a power forward. So, in actuality, Joel Embiid should be the next center, to win the MVP. But there was a story out here that I think Larry Shaman, he was on the Philadelphia 76ers. He had to get them some food. I think it was like Shake Shack or some shit like that. And he said Joel Embiid ate like several burgers, several large fries, and 4 milkshakes. Do you think that's the guy with the diet of the MVP? Especially you come into the league with a foot injury, with bad feet. So I don't expect much out of Joel Embiid. His diet ain't good enough. His work ethic ain't good enough. He don't keep his weight down enough. And, he can be an MVP. Joel Embiid can get multiple MVPs with his skill set. But it's always something with these big guys, man. And for him, he ain't going to be healthy. I mean, Jokić seemed like he get it. He cut a lot of weight. But Joel Embiid is dominant, can be dominant on both sides of the floor. Anchoring the paint, scoring on the other side of the paint. You want a mid-range jumper, he got it. You want back to the bucket, he got it. You want a three-pointer, he got it. He's the perfect, complete player. Talent-wise, I don't think it's a player in the league that's more talented than him. What about LeBron? LeBron ain't the defensive guru that Joel Embiid is now. What about James Harden? He ain't play no defense. He ain't shit without the ball. Joel Embiid can play off the ball. Joel Embiid can play on the block. Joel Embiid can shoot it from whatever range you want it. Joel Embiid can dominate the defensive end of the floor. Name me another player at his position. You can throw the fours in there too. Who dominate on both sides of the ball. There is not one. The problem with him, he dominant for spurts. If he ever got on a good diet, and he wouldn't even have that many injuries. But I just don't see it happening. So you got to look at Anthony Davis. He the closest to there. To me, he came in third in my MVP running. You know what I'm saying? I had it Giannis, LeBron, Davis, James Harden, Chris Paul, I think. To me, Anthony Davis could be close, but then again, playing with LeBron, the reason he can't be number one, playing with LeBron hurt your chances. That's as simple as that. Playing with LeBron hurt your chances. So when LeBron move on and get old, he can anchor the Lakers to a championship, then we'll see. But Ja Morant, and I know I'm comparing a guard to a center, Ja Morant got the Memphis Grizzlies at the A spot. It took, Anthony Davis couldn't do that his first year. It took some years he couldn't even do that. A large part of that has been his health. Unfortunately, he ain't been healthy. He ain't got a bad diet. He just built like a China doll. But I think he got the talent to do it, but I just don't think he's the MP dominant. He's not a dominant player. Joel Embiid was a dominant player. You know what I'm saying? Anthony Davis just don't dominate it good enough. He get good numbers, but his numbers don't impact the team winning like LeBron's did in Cleveland or wherever LeBron went. He's just not an impactful player. He got a lot of hollow stats. You know what I'm saying? That's just my opinion. Maybe he could turn that around and learn from Bron. But you also got a guy like Karl-Anthony Towns. If he get moved to a team that know how to utilize his talents, he definitely do. He just got to get strong. He just lacked the toughness and the grit. He offensively, he gifted. He can do everything that Anthony Davis and Joel Embiid can do. But defensively, he ain't as good or dominant as AD. AD on the way. In my Magic Johnson words. Or Joel Embiid. He just don't have that heart. Embiid got heart. Davis got heart. But Karl-Anthony lacks heart and defense on the other side of the floor. So I like Karl-Anthony Towns. Excuse me. That's what I was talking about. I like him. Got a good skill set, but once again, his stats don't amount to much. But in Minnesota, they don't know how to build a great team. So I like to see him get out of there. If they can swing a trade to him to the Clippers, that'd be nice. You know what I'm saying? Or a team that's winning. Brooklyn would be nice for him. I don't know how many other teams out there. Toronto, they could swing a deal for him. He'd be nice in the six. So I think those are the dudes you can see winning. Jokić is another guy. Offensively, he played the game like a guard. He can facilitate. He can shoot it. He can play off the block. Once again, he just lacks the heart, offensively. And I don't mean say he's soft. He just lacks the drive to be dominant. That's the problem. And then defensively, he ain't that dominant defensively. But most people don't care if dudes play defense or not. But offensively, he got everything. He's the best facilitator we talked about. I mean, he might be a better facilitator than a lot of guards in these leagues. The block game is nice. Over the right, left shoulder, drop step, shimmy, give you the buckets. I mean, jumper is there. Craftiness is there. Look like, he took a turn for the better with Joel Embiid took a turn for the worse as far as getting healthy, getting in shape. Defensively, I just think if he could add a better defensive resume and he could be more aggressive by putting the ball in the hole, he easily can get him an MVP. Because he going to give you, on a good night, he going to give you 7 assists. If he can give you 10 rebounds, and if he can give you, 28 points a game, and give you a couple blocks, easily, he easily can win that award, man. But it's kind of crazy. You also got some other guys out there. Deandre Ayton is one of those dudes who possibly can do it. You might have a few other stranglers out there that could do it, but those are the guys that I'm looking at that possibly can do it. I can't think about if I'm missing anybody. Rudy Gobert offensively ain't good enough. We know that. It's more of an offensive award anyway. You got some young guys out there. Andre Drummond, not never. Wendell Carter, he can't stay healthy. I'm just trying to think of some other guys out there, man. Mitchell Robinson, maybe one day he could put it all together. I could see him being there. Offensively, he got to develop a lot better. But those are the dudes that I'm primarily looking at that probably can do it. I'm probably missing a couple guys. But those are the dudes I'm primarily looking at. But it hasn't been done in over 20 years. And it'd be interesting to see who can get it done. If my money was on the table, if I can get a healthy Joel Embiid, easily he by far the clear choice. You know what I'm saying? Easily. But, the way he eat and don't stay healthy, I think my choice is probably going to be either Jokić or Anthony Davis. I'm going to say Jokić because, I think Denver ain't going to do nothing but get better. Straight up and down. he ain't gonna do nothing but get better. So Anthony Davis got to shake LeBron and prove they can carry the team, and physically his body continues to break down. So let me know what y'all think. Who's gonna be the next center to win the MVP? And it might even be a guy that ain't even in the league yet, and it's been that long since a center got MVP. And the reason why, they want to eliminate the center position. At one point, the center was the dominant position. Jordan helped kill that narrative. So hey, let me know what you guys think. Don't forget to check out our Retro Hoop playlist, NBA playlist. I'll put them in both. Don't forget me on Facebook, Instagram, Twitter. Reach out if you got business, question, inquiry, sponsorship, video requests. Keep sharing videos. Want to make a donation to the channel? Cash App, PayPal in the description. IT on the way. In my Magic Johnson voice. Appreciate the love. Let me know what you guys think. We going.